All right, welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live here on SABC News Channel 404. Well, we're continuing with the debate. It's not actually a debate. It's a celebration, which turned out to be a debate, of course, but that's not who we are because we actually in a celebration mood this morning where the artists are saying thank you to the SABC. There's a concert lined up on Saturday at Orlando Stadium. Tickets for only 100 Rand, like Ubaba Mzwaki was saying earlier on. Well, on the panel, let me just welcome Palesa Chubisi. She is the president of South African Women in Arts and Culture. Good morning and welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you very much for having me. Hey.
Thank you so much for coming through. But just before I come to you and the local content, Opra Babsi, dying to say something. Tatim Langene?
Oh, hey, Palesa Motlema.
Thank you. In the spirit.
Wow, sampozor kubone jwa. Right. You know, I'm sure the viewers and the public at large think that the only disabled musicians in South Africa is Papsim Langen and Steve Kekane. And yet there are so many young, blind, and disabled musicians in the country. But they are in a corner there. If they don't, it's as if they don't exist. Some of you here are suffering of sugar diabetes. You might be blind next year and be like myself. Please think about the aspiration of those kids, because there are so many special schools that you can go around and try and identify these musicians. For Mr. Themba Ndima, I'm directing this to you. Please, make a plan. Papsim Langeni is aging, but I still look young, I know.
Oh, you still do. You certainly still do, Brababs. Thank you so much. That endeavor that goes out to you. I think I'll also give you an opportunity to respond to that, Debo.
No, thank you very much. I think that what the legend has spoken, we'll definitely consider it. It's a very important point that he's making, because I will always speak like a government official, that we have also the duty to ensure that people with disabilities participate in all the programs of government. And of course, if there is that kind of feeling that there are those that are actually not part of it, and I think it's our responsibility to ensure that we champion that within the government space in our programs. So I've just taken note of what Ndate Babsi is saying.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just to respond to that, as a musicians association, because of, musician is musician. We don't classify whether you are young, old, blind, disabled, this and that. So we've been in engagement with SATMA, because of before MASA was formed, there has always been SATMA, which is the South African Disabled Musicians Association. Brapapsi was one of them, but obviously there's some internal challenges there. But my general secretary sitting over there, Mr. Upon Leboho, who I replaced on the panel, is actually will be engaging with the office to ensure that we bring them together and we start to have programs, because the government policy is very clear and we're not meeting the targets. And I'm one to challenge myself before I complain about something that should be happening but isn't happening, and to say, I like the former American president who once said, ask what you can do for your country than what your country can do for you. So I think it's the attitude that we need to adopt, but as MASA, we're taking a proactive stance to ensure that we call them on board, and so that we can have a subsector to make sure that there are programs just geared for them.
So they're not in existence now. That's what that is.
No, they are in existence. However, we will be pulling them together to ensure that we engage and they become part of MASA's relationship, so that we can engage government departments, particularly arts and culture, and other departments, to ensure that we follow up on the policy formulation to ensure that we deliver on programs.
All right. Now, Bitso, let me bring you here. South African women in arts and culture. So far, how have women benefited in this 90% local content?
Wow, what a question. 90%. We are so happy to say, as women in the creative sector, at least will be given an opportunity to claim back the creative sector to us. But that is not happening because, as we check, women are in the majority, but they are not given that space.
But are they really coming to the forefront?
You know, that is why we said, as women, let us come as a collective and say, enough is enough. We also need to be considered. We also need to see in all festivals, women need to be featured because we've been neglected. And we said we cannot avoid the thing of saying an individual must do that, an individual must do that. We need to come as a collective and see what we can do to this sector. That is why today we have this organization that is called South African Women in Arts and Culture, so that we formalize the sector and we make sure that we are being taken serious as women. We've been given the space. We check with the concert that is coming on Saturday. We were debating about it to say, yes, we see this 90%. It's a good concept, but less women are being featured there. What is it that can be done so that women can be given this space? So that we also remember we are breadwinners, we are in the majority, and we need also to be given this space as much as all the men are being given the space to be considered with.
All right, table number 1, James.
Oh, thank you, finally. My question is more directed to the Department of Arts and Culture. I am not going to repeat what everyone has said, which finally we can say as artists, kuyenzeka. Everywhere you go in the world, the artists in those countries become the most critical and the most important. For a very long time, with us it has been the opposite. Ayikho into ebuhlungu kangangokuthi waziwe kwamanye amazwe, but your own country doesn't know you. So what I'm trying to say is, big up to Uhlaudi. He has done what should have been done a long time ago. Ngiyabuya ke ngizake manje ku Department of Arts and Culture. It is very encouraging to hear what the representative of the Department of Arts and Culture is saying. We applaud it. But as reggae artists, we still are on the fringes of the benefits that you spoke about. What I'm talking about is actually something that I've been involved with for the past 10 years. You can go into your files. We've been trying to get the Department of Arts and Culture to support a reggae festival. We have a lot of upcoming artists in rural areas, in urban areas, everywhere, that are practitioners of reggae music. They are also artists, they are also part and parcel of the South African society. They are entitled to have the benefits that accrue to all artists in different genres.
All right.
So, my question is, when is the Department of Arts and Culture going to start looking at reggae music as a genre that needs attention? For the past 10 years, as I've said, you can go into your records. I've been trying to put a festival together which would employ young and upcoming artists in South Africa, as well as...
Unfortunately, time is not on our side. That's why we're
you,
going to have to wrap it. But the acting DJ, can you just respond to that quickly, please? We left with 5 minutes of the program.
No, thank you very much. Look, when we support music, we do not necessarily look at specific genres of music. We have always been supporting music, the music industry. But maybe just to say that, well, I'll still have to check in my records whether we've supported the Reggae Music Festival. But what I can say is that in December last year, we supported the reggae artists that were going to, it's either Cuba or Jamaica. Yes. So, but I'm just saying that maybe just to try and say that it's not maybe about us discriminating against reggae music. We have supported it. We might not have supported to the point where people will be satisfied. But I think that we should always engage and see whether in future we could have opportunities of working together and assisting yourselves.
All right, just before we wrap up our show this morning, can we just get the microphones to Usis Deborah Fraser? She will be performing on Saturday. And Candy on table number 5, please. Just a quick one, microphones on them. Sis Deborah, let's start with you. Batembisane abantu Sis Deborah.
Hi, everyone. I promised them that we will be giving them all the best.
All
that
the
we could, yes. All the songs that they know from us, from the albums that they bought, they will get the best out of us.
All right, no, thank you so much. The best is coming your way on Saturday. Candy, a quick one. A microphone to table number 5, please, where Candy is seated. All right, as we're waiting for the microphone to get to Candy, I'm just going to give you a few seconds, Palesa, to wrap up the conversation this morning, Tebogo, and then the DJ, a quick one.
Thank you very much, Vizo. What I can say as women is we also need to be part of this 90%. We also need to eat this cake and enjoy it as everyone can do. Can we also be given this opportunity to enjoy and celebrate?
Thank you so much, Bizo Tebogo.
Yes, thank you very much. And I'd like to appeal to musicians particularly. When other musicians are working and you don't happen to be working at that point, just give them support because of your turn will come. And wherever you are meeting up with challenges, we are there as MASA and we will open up that door to ensure that we all can benefit from this. Thank you very
so
much.
We're acting DG.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to the artists in this country, but also to say that as the Department of Arts and Culture will continue to develop policies that will protect the interest of the artists. And of course, we will also be intensifying our programs that will provide platforms to the artists, young and old, men and women,
all right,
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Waikwala Candy kia hauka ofela mala libu hodu.
Let's quit. I don't know whether it's on this. Yes, now it's okay. Thank you so much, and I would like to appreciate for everyone like SABC Leona Kabuyona, Morning Life. And one thing that I want to ask to Mr. Mang from Sports Arts and Culture is that Leslie, to take this concept in the different province and then take the artist, musician, new upcoming artist, and the reggae artist also, and put them together in the province, and then take 70% from the province and 30% bring maybe from artists to different provinces.
Okay.
So that, yes. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's where we're going to leave it, Candy. They said it. It's going to be a roadshow. They're going to go around South Africa, all the 9 provinces. Well, thank you so much to you at home for having participated, most importantly, for having watched Morning Live today. And thank you so much for the beautiful, beautiful crown that we had. Thank you so much to the members of the panel. We'll see you tomorrow morning on Morning Live. You have yourself a beautiful day. Salahandle.